go ahead and cut out all of your pieces. There are a lot of semicircular pockets. There's these two little pieces that will form a closure. These two pieces that are intended as belly bands. You've got all of these inside pages, some round tags, some square tags, and this piece, which is the cover, and that's got the spine on it as well. So go ahead and fold the spine like that, as you can see. We'll move these pieces out of the way. Now you want to fold all of your actual inside pages together so the circles join up. I've done all of mine already. So just make sure they're all nicely lined up. I've inked up my inside edges as well. And make sure all your pieces are the right way up as well. And then you need to decide which order you want the pages in. I'm going to do mine quite randomly. I think whichever way they turn up here is probably the way I'm going to go with them. I've got a blank page here. You can print out several of those if you want several blank pages throughout your little circular witchy journal. So that'll do. I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to go and glue all of these pages together now. This first page here I'll glue onto the inside of my front cover, and the back page will glue onto the inside of my back cover. So for now, I'm just concerned with gluing these areas together. Just make sure that you've got your pages the right way around before you commit. And line them up. Stick them together, making sure that your spine sections here are all lining up nicely as well. There we are, there's my first page stuck together, and any slight white edge you've got here you can cover later with a bit more ink. That's looking good. We'll carry on with these pages. And you'll see each time I'm making sure that my pages are the right way up. It doesn't make much difference to that one. And I'm lining up the spine, lining up the circle as best as I can, giving it a little press, and then I'm opening it up and checking on both sides that I'm nicely lined up there. There we are, that's my book pretty much complete. I've glued all my pages together. I can go ahead and ink these up now or ink them up later. I think I'll ink them up later because I want to get on and make it. And here is my book. I'm going to glue the inside cover to the first page and the inside cover of the back to the back page. And when you come to stick this back cover on, make sure that all your outside edges are lined up. Don't worry that there's a little bit of something going on in your spine area there, and you can see that there's a little bit of room there, a little bit of play. So you can, if you want to, double up on your pages, print up some more pages, plain pages maybe, to go in between these decorative pages here, and just go through and obviously make sure that none of your pages are stick together. And there we are, that's the book complete. I'm ready now to glue on some of the little pockets. So I need to decide where I want to put those. Now they are designed not to go right on the edge, but to go a little way in, just like that, so you can see a border all the way around the edge. So you can decide which ones of those you want to go on which pages. Obviously don't use them all if you don't want to, but they're there if you want to. Now I've got a nice one with a little shelf on it somewhere that I wanted to use. There it is. I wanted to put that one there. So with my fine glue, I'll go around, just give myself a tiny little border, tiny little seam of glue around that edge there. and pop that on, remembering that I need to give it a little border all the way around the edge here. That's that pocket stuck on. I might leave the boots, I don't know, I'll come back to that page in a minute. I've got lots of these pockets to play with, so I can decide what works best for me. I like that. Remembering to leave my little border around the edge. This one I think I'll leave, I love that image. And I've got some crazy cauldrons all stacked up here. Might leave that one, I don't know. I've got quite a nice little writing space there. That would work covered up. The witch's hat. They're all so nice, I don't really want to cover any of them up. So this writing page, the writing page, I can cover up without any hesitation. And like I say, if you want to print several of these plain writing pages to go in with your little journal, your little circular journal, then you go ahead and do that. And these pockets will be there for you to make those pages pop. Just line those up by eye, remembering to leave your little border around this outside edge. Pages are stuck together. Oh, I quite like that. A sticky one there. Oh, that's okay. I'm good with that one. The house I really rather love. What have I got left over here now? That one, no. No, I'm going to have to leave the house. I can't cover that up, so beautiful. That's quite nice covered up. I've also got this beautiful blue one here that I want to use somewhere. I think I'll use the green one on this one. Line that up by eye. There we are. What else have I got? I could trim a few of these down, I guess, if I didn't want to cover up so much of the image. I do quite like that. What are you like with this blue? Not so much. Oh, the crystal with the crystals, that's quite special, isn't it? I'll do that. And I've also got a couple of pieces here off to one side that I've intended as belly bands. Like I say, you don't have to use all of these, they're just there as options for you. And the belly bands, you'll notice, have got a slight curve on one side, so this would go on this side of the page and this one would go on this side of the page. Actually, I quite like that. I've got the one with the frog here. I like this one. So I'll put a little bit of glue down this short edge. There we are, quite like that. It's a bit different for that page. I've got my lovely shoes here. I do want to use this one, but I don't want to cover up the shoes. I think what I'll do with one of these, at least, what's this looking like? I could cover that up. I don't want to cover up the cauldron. Don't want to cover up the hat. I think what I'm going to do with this page here is cut it down. Go by eye here. Pains me to do this a little because I love this. I love this pocket, and I'm very happy with this pattern on it as well. Just for a little bit of something different, I'll trim that down, ink it up, and I've got a shallow pocket that I can put maybe with my shoes or my hat that doesn't get in the way. Where are your shoes? That works now, doesn't it? Let's put that in with the shoes. So feel free to play about with these bits and bobs in your own way. Oops, as I've done here. There, I'm good with that. Wonderful. Right, I'll give that a moment to dry. And I can go and ink up these outer edges that might need it. This is walnut stain. I love how dark it is. I like a nice dark ink, but obviously you use what works for you. I've printed my cover on 250 gram cardstock, which is, let me lean over and have a look, £92 cover stock, and I've printed my inside pages on 160 gram, which is £59 cover stock. you can go a bit heavier or a little bit lighter on both and still make it work for you. And on the spine as well, I like that. Gives it a nice aged look and a nice finish. There. Now I can, actually I think I'll stuff it before I go making my closure so I can see what I'm dealing with. I've got all of these journaling cards here which can all be written on. They've all been reverse printed with this aged paper backing. So you've got quite a lot of these to pop in. And put one through there. This is looking really cool. Come on, pocket. There we are. Oh, I thought I was going to have to double up then. Just enough, look at that. I've still got some pockets left over and a belly band that I haven't used. And I've also got these gorgeous little square journaling cards which you can also write on. And I think I've got, I'm not sure, 6 or 8 of those. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that cauldron, isn't that beautiful? 4, 6 of those I've got. This one with the fireplace, pop you there. And this one. So there it is, there's my little journal stuffed. It's just a nice kind of thickness, like that a lot. And here is my closure. Now there are 2 of these. You can place them back to back, so you could, if you wanted to, before you stuck these 2 pages together, you could put a magnet between these 2 sections here and a magnet here to close. I'm not going to because I like my Velcro dots. So I'm simply, I think, going to glue, what have I got going on here? I could glue here and here. That might be quite a nice effect actually. Yeah, I'll do that. So I'll just have a look at where I want these to sit. I don't want it to come too far over the front because I don't want to really obscure that gorgeous cauldron any more than I have to. That's quite nice, that works. And it goes over quite a lot at the back there. Oh, we'll go with that, we'll go with that. Okay, so I'll glue the back on first of all. That'll do. And then I'll glue this whole other piece, hoping that I don't go too far onto my house because I don't want to obscure that, but I thought it'd be a nice little touch if we could see this. It's a lovely little decorative gold bit, this, and I do like it. It'd be a shame to lose it. There we are, that'll work fine. You can obviously take it in your own direction, and you could, like I say, you could pop a magnet between those 2 pieces if you wanted to, but I'm going to go with my little Velcro dots. I've got a front and a back here. I'll pop one section here, pop the other one down on top of it. Now with Velcro dots you only get one shot at it because the glue is very, very tacky, so make sure you're putting that where you want it and stick it down in one confident go. My back's still wet, so that's just sliding about the blades. That's fine. That's fine, press that down. And now lift those 2 pieces up carefully. And they're glued nicely in place. I can just get rid of these little white areas that I've got here. There. And there is my little circular witch journal all complete. You've got the Velcro closure. And you've got these pages with tuck spots and a belly band.